reality, I thank my dad for giving me that talk, because it really like told me lock in and show him what's up.
For those that don't know you, ¿quién es Jorge Sanchez?
Jorge Sanchez is a person that wants to create stories that he will eventually get to tell his grandkids. That's to me.
Okay.
So yeah, I make sure I have a good story to tell. Yeah.
To tell, a story worth sharing.
Yeah.
And how old are you, bro? Or where do you come from? Where do you live? If that's okay to share.
Yeah, no. The world should know, I guess. I'm 29. And then I was raised here in Salinas, but born in Mexico.
To begin, the way that I came across you is, I think I told you through text, but I'll go in depth. I think it was probably around 2 weeks. Was it around 2 weeks ago when you posted your picture?
Yeah, I think you messaged me in 2 weeks from now.
I think around there, yeah. I was scrolling on Instagram. I think it was a Sunday on my feed, and I just see your picture on a car, your car, and tying your shoe, and then it said I started a run clip.
Yeah.
And then the song, I don't know what hit more, like the song, like Ir Hablé con Dios, or what you wrote, or like the pictures. But I was scrolling, and I was like, man, like, who is this guy? Like I want to know more about him. And since I'm about to finish school, within a month, I'll text him after,
Yeah.
But like it just couldn't leave my head, like I have to. But I let it pass, A week passed, and then on Sunday, that's when I was like, you know what, I have to, like, me animé. I messaged you, bro, and I'm a fan. Like I'm a fan, and I'm curious to know more, which is why I texted you to be here. So let's go down. You're a photographer, right?
Yeah.
And how did that journey start? Like, what made you want to choose photography out of everything that you could possibly think of?
I studied psychology, and that's and then from there I came back, studied out of state, came back, and then I pursued what I studied, which was behavioral technician. I did that for a few months, and then the thought about what would happen if I gave it my all in this world of photography creator appeared. So I didn't fully commit to it. That was like back in 2020, 2021. And then from
around
there,
COVID, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It was getting a lot better, I think, because it was towards the end, I would say. Finally bought my camera, but it was not like fully, let's do this full time. That didn't come into play until 2024, I would say. And then I used that 2024, 2025 to fully commit into the world of cameras. And then 2026 is when finally I became, I guess, what I currently am right now, which is full time. So that's
full-time camera creator.
Yeah, creative.
And I feel like camera is one of those things where many people could use it, but some just don't know a lot, or like the edits. Like, what's the pro and con of the camera that you've learned? Like the best parts of it, or like the hardest parts?
Well, starting off, if you're not taking any classes, no teachers, and the cons of not doing that and trying to figure out a camera is just takes a lot of time. And then you have to go on YouTube, internet. You have to ask people that are strangers who will eventually become friends. Shout out to jxre.raw. He was my first, I would say, mentor. He's a San Jose earthquakes photographer.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Dang.
So back then he was not that, and I learned from him because he was a local Salinas photographer. And so yeah, that's the cons. You have to figure out how to teach yourself, and
you have to do it alone in a way.
Figure out who you locally that is in the place that you want to be. I reached out to him, and like I said, I was a fan of him, and he approved my message, and then he replied eventually. But that's the cons. And then the pros is once you figure out how to the settings and sounds and everything, and the equipment that you really need to create your vision, then that's when it just feels good when you create.
It feels good?
Yeah, it feels good.
Did you ever feel like scared or giving up?
I've talked to many creators kind of like you, not interview style, but like one-on-one.
Behind cameras.
Behind the cameras, and because the doubt does creep out sometimes, and if you find those people who are in the place that you want to be and you get to hear them. What I'm trying to say, there was a time where I wanted to give up, but part of me inside was not trying to give up, so I would reach out to people to get that extra motivation.
Oh, okay,
And
that's smart.
yeah, and then once I heard that they also felt like giving up and the burnout, because being a creator, it's a, I mean, just from my experience, it's a, you burn out not just once, you're burning out like creatively like 3 or 4 times, even more than that. So what I heard from them was that you still have to push and still create, even though you're not feeling motivated.
This was the doubt part. What about the fear? Were you ever scared of what will people say, or putting yourself out there, or what?
Yeah, fear is just money wise, you know. Fear of not getting clients. Stuff is expensive. Fortunately, I've been gifted with a family that's supportive.
Oh,
It took time, at least for my dad, because he was very skeptical. My parents are Mexican, so they're like, "Why do you wait?" Well, at least my dad was like, he came one time to my room, and he's like, he was mad. Yeah, I did 5 years of college,
uh-huh.
and then he's like, you wasted all that time to pursue something that you're not even
You're
using.
not using.
But in reality, it did change me. I study psychology, so I'm very observant. Changed the person who I am. So it did work for something. Hopefully that answered your
Yeah,
question.
yeah, because
The money wise, yeah.
I was asking that especially because I know we're both Hispanic, right? And I
Yeah,
know that most of the time, if parents ask you like, what do you want to do, or
yeah,
what career, and you say something like photography, I'm pretty sure they could probably be like, come on,
yeah,
you could, that's not even a career, or anything,
yeah,
And then especially if when you do your psychology career, then you finish and then you don't do it, I feel like they're just waiting on the moment to be like, hey, what was that for? Like it
yeah.
was, you
It
just wasted your time to not do it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I did cry after my dad left. I just
Uh-huh.
not like fully like rah, but it was more like, damn, my dad is doubting
Your vision.
he does not want to support me. I use it more as a motivation. So
Mm.
in reality, I thank my dad for giving me that talk,
Mm.
because it really like told me lock in and show him what's up. And now that he sees what's up, he's like, all right,
Yeah.
you know,
I, I
yeah,
I feel like sometimes, I mean, I feel like they don't do it out of love or like towards you. It's
yeah,
just they're just used to one thing.
yeah.
So when they see something new, they're like, "This
Yeah.
is really gonna work."
Having that vision really is something that I would encourage people. Just I never created a vision board, but it was in here. It was
Hmm.
just
You always knew what you
and
want.
I followed the people, and Instagram was my motivation because behind the scenes sometimes I even talk, you know.
Yeah,
So
no, seeing
yeah,
behind the scenes is. I mean, at least for me, I like those behind the scenes. Like,
yeah,
I like the shoot, but when they show behind the scenes like that, I don't know,
yeah.
it just looks so cool the way they prepare and all that.
Hmm.
And how you said, I mean, yeah, social media could probably also bring you down, but it could also bring you up because then you see those people that you look up to.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know maybe your biggest project right now is your after run club, right?
Hmm.
So tell me, like, how did that start?
It's all thanks to social media because I I don't know when back in, I can't really put a year, but it was not this year what that vision was in my head. It was
Mm.
a couple years back when I started to follow a club named, I think they're a Bay Area Run Club or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're in San Francisco
Oh wow.
area, San Jose area, somewhere around there. They host runs, and they don't have like 20 people. They have like it looks like 50 plus, more than what we currently have, and it's
Uh-huh.
full of just runners, and they always have activities like cold plunges, free like they get sponsored, and I'm like, damn, it's a cool vibe. It looks energetic, and
Mm.
I wanna create that. But back then I just didn't do it, and until today, this year,
Mm.
where I just decided, I have the right people to make this happen, and I just proposed that idea to Shay. His name is Shay.
Shit.
He runs the Rising Tide supporters group from the Monterey Bay FC, and he does pickups for.
Pickup games.
I don't know. Have you heard of the
Yeah,
pickups?
I've seen him. Yeah, he always comes across my
Shay.
feed or when you
Yeah,
post. I
yeah.
always
So
see him there.
Shay, I became friends with him this year.
And he's from Salinas too, or?
Yeah, he's from Salinas, and then I told him, hey man, like I saw you. I think I told him I saw him running. I was like, maybe this guy's a runner. Like maybe he would be down to create a run club, and he was down. He was like, let's do it. And then we met up one Wednesday, um, and it was just him and I. We did promote it, but nobody showed up, um, and it was a bit. I guess it was bad weather, and we understood. Like it was also dark, so. Um, but yeah, we still kept at it. And then the rest is history. We're just, he spread the word, and then he knows a lot of people, obviously, from the pickups. And then eventually those people came in. I think they liked the vibe, they liked what they saw. And then it felt good to see them come back.
Come back.
And then,
That's when you know that you're doing something
yeah,
right, huh?
yeah. So,
And now, I mean, you said that the first day no one showed up. And now, an estimate of how many people show up.
so this, it just, we started, like I say, with me, just Shay and I, and then, and just this past we posted last week it was like close to 60, and then the week before that it was our first time hitting 50, 54. So each week it looks like it's just growing up.
And how you said, I mean, this is only the start, you know, and like, I don't know, I find things like that so crazy and like interesting because you just don't know where it could go, you know. Like, if you don't start, you know it won't go nowhere, you know.
It's scary.
But if you start, like, I don't know, like you just, I mean, it's just hard. You like not even you could paint a picture of where you could end up, you know. Maybe one day you'll end up running with the Bay Area that you once looked at, you know.
Yeah. No, I did go to one other events, and I just, you know, like psychology major, I just observe, I take notes, and then from there, I just I do that for just anything. If I seen someone interesting or a workshop or whatever, I go and just take a look.
I mean, it's because at the end of the day, psychology is a skill, you know. You learned it.
Yeah, and then yeah, no, this week we have our run club, so we'll see how much. Today is Wednesday, so we haven't promoted it, we haven't posted much, but it's word of mouth now. So I'm trying to figure out what's the attendance if I don't just promote anything. And I'm assuming.
Oh, okay, like to see if people remember and okay, that's an interesting.
I want to see.
I feel like this comes down to probably the psychology part of yours, huh? Observing and like I don't know, trying to
just like experiment.
People showed up and you see them going back. Like, how does that make you feel?
It feels great. I think in the running club community, as the host, it's like the hard work paid off. Like my hosting skills or whatever are paying off.
So, I think you should give yourself more credit for it. I mean,
no, it's I mean, it's not just me. Like I said, it's Shay. He brings the coffee. He has his own brand, and he brings, like, you know, he's part of it. And then just, it feels great. I can't really.
You can't really explain them. You have to be there to experience.
And then when people don't come anymore, it does feel a little bit sad. You're like, damn. But then you hear from them when they come back. Oh, I had other stuff going on, so it makes you feel a little bit better because they end up coming back.
And do you make them RSVP or like they just
just
show up? Or?
The first time it was an RSVP. When the first time it was just me and Shay, and we had like probably people RSVP, but so we were happy because we're like, oh, first meetup, we'll have 10 or so, and then oh no, it was not RSVP. It was just like Shay telling me, oh, this person might show up. And then we did the RSVP thing, and people didn't show up because it started to rain or whatever, but we still kept at it. And then we stopped doing RSVP. Just like, all right, just post it on Instagram, and then, because why not? And then as soon as we got our first viral reel, I decided, damn, like I have no idea like how many people are actually gonna pull up. So I think RSVPing for the first viral reel to figure out numbers was the move. So we did RSVP.
Oh, okay.
And then it's just on and off. sometimes I do RSVP, sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
But
I mean, it
it's
just depends.
depends on if I want to know numbers, just know that I'll put RSVP. Or if we have like a raffle, then I'll have RSVP. Yeah.
So you know
So I
who and how many.
know who wants to enter for the raffle. So yeah,
I know, and then the viral video that you said, I mean, you know what they say, like, you post and you don't know which one's gonna hit, you know? I mean, and it's crazy because Salinas is pretty big, you know?
And
So, I mean, I'm not just saying people from Salinas are gonna show up, you know, but Salinas itself is big, and you just never know who else will show up.
yeah, I remember making that video. I was on my bed and I was just like,
Late night.
yeah, I was like, damn, maybe I should change this intro. And I was like, good thing I didn't change the intro and I kept it how I wanted to, because you never know, it might have not been viral if I didn't do what I was gonna think of doing. So I thought it was cool. It went
And you
viral.
posted it right then and then in the night or till the next
You know,
morning?
I think I told myself, I was like, stop doubting yourself, bro. Just freaking post it.
Yeah.
And that's literally how I've been tackling life. Just why doubt this video? Just post it. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, literally, if it does good, it does good. If it doesn't, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like for me, one thing that I've learned is like just like whatever you do, and especially like on the video wise, like just do it out of heart, you know, and like you're gonna post it because you're proud that that's your work, and the numbers wise, I mean, the numbers will not represent your work, you know. It's just social media works like that, you know. Sometimes
Yeah.
it does good, sometimes it does bad, and it's not like you're gonna know, you know. Because I mean, if I knew some videos were gonna do bad, then I'm not gonna post them, you know. But obviously, we don't know. And I mean, speaking about your rowing club and you, or I mean, you said it's not just you, right? It's your partner Shay. But like, I'm pretty sure. Well, you said that you have a vision, right? And within this rowing club vision, like, where do you see yourself if everything keeps growing, like partnerships or even partnering with other rowing clubs? Like, what's your goal for this?
The vision, like I said, there's always a club or somebody, person that's already in the spot that you would want to be there. So that Bay Area club, um, they just have a lot of sponsorships, partnerships, and then my current viral carousel that I posted, where the story of after, it exposed me to other run clubs because they are supporting and liking my stuff and commenting, like, from not just the U.S., but we're talking out of state. Not out of state. I mean, out of our country. And I just peek at their run clubs, and like I said, they have their own merch. They're sponsored by Under Armour.
That's insane.
Every member has an Under Armour. Like, one club has that, and I'm like, damn, this can really take me there.
That's
Yeah.
or like imagine having your own shoes, you know, like everyone with the same shoes, or
Yeah,
just the brand itself, Under Armour, Nike. That's insane.
So it really paints that vision of why not give it a shot. Let's try to create a cool story to tell, and
Like it all goes back to what you said, huh?
yeah.
And then I mean I find it cool because how I mentioned earlier, like now that you know where you would want to get, and now the people are coming, you know, to you. I feel like this keeps pushing you, right? Because you in reality you still don't know where this could go on, you know, like.
Yeah, I mean, I currently work for MBFC.
Monterey BFC?
Yeah. So
Wow.
if that's a great opportunity, but let's say LA Galaxy, Club America,
Club America, because you're an America fan, you said that.
yeah, it's number one team in the America in the world. Um, let's say they see my work and somebody ends up reaching out to me. Hey, we want you to work for us. Then life can change quick.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for
this
sure.
is just a side little project, and then while I'm here, let's see how far we can.
But like your main thing is photography, right?
Yeah, that's the main one. Because that's the one that income comes from.
There we go. That's the main source of income.
Yeah, so
The rest is like you're trying to build a community, and then the other one is like your life depends on it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe if that happens, maybe Chase or someone ends up taking over. But I'm not thinking about that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
you're just
already
enjoying
here and figuring it out, and then
day by day.
maybe the run club becomes my full income for some reason.
Yeah, you never know. Like
Yeah,
it could
yeah, yeah,
switch, you know.
yeah. So
And going back to the photography side, how was the like? How did you end up working for Monterey Bay FC?
1 year of just full grind mode, lock in, talking to people that I met on social media,
Mm-hmm.
and getting motivated by them. That entire year, I just networked. I did free shoots for sports. I would high school, art no college. I would travel everywhere and build my portfolio. Eventually, I found my way because every artist has their own touch.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a while. That year was the year where I finally figured out my colors because photographers pride themselves in their colors and how it looks. Some people have a vintage look. Some people have like a dark, moody. And I finally found my style.
Cinematic.
And yeah, cinematic style. So I think once I did that portfolio building and inputted that style that I liked, somebody from MBFC saw my work and how hard I worked, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they ended up getting to know more about me. And they, when the spot opened up, they're like, I know the right guy, and
I know who to contact.
it's Jorge.
Dang. And then
So
especially knowing that you're local, you know, they're gonna be like, yeah, this guy's
yeah,
our
yeah,
main priority.
yes, that's how I got.
And you see, man, I'm pretty sure it's crazy, right? Like now you make money from something you genuinely like doing, you know,
Hmm.
or like something that probably started like a hobby, you know. Now it's
Hmm.
bringing you money, you know.
Yeah, no, I first day on the job, I'm like, damn, this is cool. Because you see the behind the scenes, you get to meet the players, they get to know your name. You become, you're not just a fan, you're basically their teammate in a way too, because they,
Literally,
they rely on you too,
yeah.
and they
Because
message
then they
you,
need your pictures
they message you,
and how you said like the behind the scenes, literally what people see on the internet is you, you know. Like
mm,
obviously it's not gonna say Jorge, you know, but
mm.
like they see it and you're like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I just, and then one of the upper guys that from MBFC one day just came up to me like, man, why are you always smiling? I'm like, really? I never really noticed it, but
Uh-huh.
some people notice that I'm always smiling, I guess. And I'm like, man, I
You
like,
love what
I
you
like
do.
being here. And he's like, wow.
You just
Yeah,
don't know,
yeah,
speechless.
yeah. I was like, okay.
And how is it like talking about Monterey Bay? How was it like meeting Sebastian?
Yeah, he was, to be honest, I didn't really know who he
Uh
was
huh.
because I guess I try not to get in the like with know who artists and who they're dating and
Mhm.
blah blah blah. And MLS I didn't really follow. It was
Mhm.
more
Mhm.
Liga MX.
The Mexican soccer
So
league.
once I figured out from the staff who he was and who he's connected to partner wise, I did my research obviously. I'm like,
Mhm.
wow, this guy's legit. His following is
Yeah.
legit too, and I'm like, damn, I'll get to meet him, um, see him practice, and maybe have a talk with him. And first time I talked to him, it was pretty cool. It
Cool.
was, and yeah, it's just pretty cool to meet people that maybe you don't have access to that are there.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. Well, it all goes back to like you doing something you genuinely like, and look at the doors you're opening for yourself. You know, like you're touching rooms that others never touch or experience. You know, or only dream about. You know, like oh, I would want to be that close to a player. You know,
Yeah,
or do the shooting.
yeah. It's not like I'm always talking to them because they're working,
Yeah,
and
they're working. You're working.
and then you just first time being a team photographer, you have no clue what the rules are. To be honest, it's like you
Mm,
don't want to overstep, and maybe upper management gets mad because I have no clue. So I just try to stick to my own. If the players come to me and like ask me a question, I'll go
you
answer
answer.
it, or they high five me or fist
No
bump, then I'll
fist
do
bump.
it. But it's not like I'm always just like hanging out with
Hanging
the.
out.
So it's professional. You know?
Yeah. Like everyone's doing their own
Mm,
business.
yeah.
And like for example, you take pictures for them, but for your run club or other moments where you're also in the picture, like, do you also get people that you know that are photographers, or you just use tripods,
No,
or you have a team?
it started with myself. Um, it was just me, so I brought the camera. I'm like, yeah, I'll get people and start promoting the club, and I like it's just you and I, Shay. All right, I guess I'll take a picture of you, Shay. Like act like you're tying your shoe or something, and that's sort of the picture of me in my car.
Oh,
I gave
okay,
the
okay.
camera to Shay, and like, man, just press it. Settings are already good.
Act like you're taking that.
And let me tie my shoe because I need to start promoting this somehow.
Yeah.
And
And
then
I'm a fan of pictures like that. Like I don't know,
yeah,
it just looks so cool.
yeah, no, it's yeah, that's the type of vibe I wanted after to be part of, especially because it was dark, so it was perfect. And then I did it for all those weeks that we only had like maybe 4 or 5 runners or maybe, and then I don't know, I just made it seem like we were having a lot of people show up. You don't
Mm,
want to make it look
yeah.
like, because at the same time I am trying to promote something, so
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to also
Yeah.
sell something that we probably didn't have back then, but I probably made it look like we were
Yeah.
we were pretty big. So so yeah, and then eventually my photographer friends who are local, like Guillermo and Manuel,
Manny.
um, they decided to finally come, and because they were free or they just decided why not help our buddy out, and then
Mm.
I welcome, so they go out and shoot the runners. They're mostly
Mm.
photographers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so once they decided to step in, I just did the video part,
The video
and I
part.
just use my phone. I don't use my camera.
That's so
Yeah,
cool. I
yeah.
know, cause I think you probably know him. He's from Gonzales, Sebastian.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I seen him once that he went to go shoot, and I was like, "Look, that's crazy too."
Yeah, so I didn't name him. I didn't mention him, but Sebastian, he also decided to pull up for the first time. He didn't come with the camera. He was just there for running to support, myself, the
Mhm.
club, and then um, eventually he brought his camera. He did some favors for me. Hey, I'd like for you to create some stuff for us, and then obviously friends help each other. I hope that's how what friends should do.
Yeah, of course.
3 people that I can count on to help
That's.
me out.
I mean, you always need a team. You know, I've heard a saying that says something along the lines where you want to go far, you could go alone, but if you want to make something big or like a community, you need a team. You know. And just look how crazy life is. You went from you taking pictures to now you're the one being in the pictures, you know? Like,
So Manny, Guillermo, Sebastian, they're part of. I created it's not a company, but we're like a group called Athlete Vision. We're just sports
oh,
photography.
that's all you guys?
Yeah,
Okay, because I've seen it when Sebastian posted and then it said like with
yeah.
Athlete Vision, and I always thought it was like a soccer agency, you know? And so it's you guys, like,
Yeah,
it's,
so I
oh,
you remember the reason I mentioned that's because you mentioned if you want to go far, you go with a
a
group,
team.
but if you want to go, I don't know, fast, what's the saying? You go alone, I guess.
Huh.
But that's where athlete vision comes into play because I was always, even in school, I don't know if it's everyone, but I hated being in groups
Hmm.
because you never know who's gonna fail and not do
Yeah.
their part.
Yeah.
And I like a certain style when I do stuff, so I, for a while, it was just me, myself, and and that was it. I And then I realized, why not try to create a group of photographers here in the area that I see potential in,
Hmm.
and I can possibly help them out because it was a time where I was pretty good at my craft,
Hmm.
but I wanted to not only push myself to go far, but also maybe help local artists that I see around.
Hmm.
And it was Manny, and then from there it was Guillermo, and then from there I opened up a internship opportunity or in that Sebastian, and then 2 other photographers joined, And then that's what reminded me of what you were saying. Like, if you want to go far, create a team, and that is my team.
And to anyone seeing this, whether it's photographers or any person that wants to join after, or any member already, or anyone that just supports you, what's something that you would say, an advice, or anything that Jorge Sanchez has to tell them?
So burnout. If you ever feel like you're burning out and your passion, and you're like, ah, man, I'm losing passion, keep at it. It'll eventually lead to where you want to be. Running as well. Some people quit in maybe the first day because like, this sucks.
Or they wake up sore.
I'm out of shape. Like, damn, like running sucks. But the thing with running, what I'm trying to say is it takes a lot of days for you to eventually feel good. There's gonna be days where you feel horrible and your body doesn't want to do it. But guess what? Go for it. Go for a run, and then one day you'll be in shape. So that's my message.
I know. Just before we end, right now that you select the running part, these past days I was thinking, I was like, because I'm a very like I'm a fan of motivation and quotes, you know. And then I was just like, running and life is like the same, you know. Like no matter how slow or fast you go, it just matters that you get to the finish line, you know. Like I don't know, I just made that like resemblance, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and then that reminds me of a caption or a phrase that I posted in one of the after pictures, because sometimes I used to put like little motivational messages, and I wrote it's not about, I think it goes like, it's not about pace, it's about showing up. So that's goes into,
it goes a long way.
It's just, who cares how fast or how slow you are? It's honestly just showing up.